'76's Monster Mash!
The people under the stairs. What's up, you guys? Scott86 here. Welcome back to another episode of Monster Mash. Tonight we're going to talk about the 1991 Wes Craven horror classic, The People Under the Stairs. Alright, so the movie's basically about this cannibalistic, incestual, couple, and they happen to be landlords of this apartment complex that this little boy lives in named Fool. Basically they're trying to evict Fool's family, which is the last final family out of the apartment complex, so they can bulldoze it, tear it down and build something else there. And Fool's not having that shit. Fool's older sister, Ruby, her boyfriend comes up with this crazy scheme to go rob these insane people, not knowing that they're cannibals and they're brother and sister fuckers, you know what I'm saying? They end up going there and getting into a bunch of shit. I'm not gonna really ruin the film too much for you guys, but the people under the stairs are actually kids that the brother and sister couple, they basically end up abducting a bunch of boys because they're looking for the perfect boy child, is what Alice says. And none of them work out. They end up cutting out some of the kids' tongues and their eyes and their ears off. It's really bizarre, and then they throw them into the cellar, and they live down there. And essentially, basically, they feed them the mailman, the meter man, anybody that just happens to stroll up onto their property and go inside their house. They get killed by these fucking crazy people, and then ultimately they get fed to these fucking Neanderthal monster kids that live underneath the stairs, basically, So it's a pretty dark movie. One of the reasons I really like the movie a lot is because it's it still seems like an 80s flick. It still has an 80s vibe to it because it is 1991, so it was freshly into the 90s, so it still had that 80s kind of feel to it. Very good makeup effects. The actors in it, the actresses, it was just all around really good. They really killed the roles as these characters. They definitely really seem like the creepy ass neighbors on your street, you know what I'm saying? That one house that everybody's afraid to go to, you know what I'm saying? You could see people looking out of the windows. It's just really gives off that really creepy vibe of the scary, creepy next door neighbor. Really good cast of characters. It had a great plot, really cool twists. There's a lot of death scenes. It had a good amount of it had a good body count. One of the kills in particular that I really like is whenever the father or the brother, husband, whatever you want to call him, he thinks that he hears, which he does hear, Fool and Roach struggling with the dog inside the walls, and he jabs a sword through the wall, but he stabs right into the dog and kills the dog. It was such a brutal kill. Yeah, it's got a lot of crazy shit in it, the dad's running around in a leather sex suit or some shit, wielding a shotgun, chasing around Fool and Leroy throughout the film. Definitely recommend you guys check out The People Under the Stairs if you haven't seen it and you're a horror fanatic. It's actually a horror comedy, so you get the best of both worlds, I guess, don't get me wrong. I mean, it takes itself a lot more serious than it is funny. There's a lot of slapstick ass shit and Home Alone type kind of shit going on where people are getting bricks dropped on their heads and kicked in the balls, even though it is really spooky and all around just a really creepy movie. Once again, Scott 86, The People Under the Stairs, 1991, the Wes Craven horror classic. Check it out. I'll see y'all in the next episode of Monster Mash.